I recognized and honored their success. Despite, or perhaps because of, being a comfortable, typical American teenager, I had obstacles of my own to overcome. A dismal high school performance, made worse by bullying and my moody attitude, made it hard for me to graduate on time. In fact, I had to take summer school my senior year of high school. The teachers there were that desperate to not have me back for another year, before I could get into college. My parents' hard work ethic had been instilled, if not activated, in me at an early age. When I finally focused on goals that I wanted for myself, a lifelong process of finding and implementing solutions to achieve success began. The very first goal I established and worked hard to achieve was getting into the University of Miami. I spent a year at a local community college getting average grades before I got in. Then, I had trouble maintaining a decent GPA, a situation I was able to resolve and overcome, but not before it impacted my overall college GPA. That overall GPA got me 3 rejections in a row, another obstacle, from the premier MBA program I wanted to attend. Eventually, I figured out how to perform superlatively in academia and then in business. In my professional realm, I relished helping others learn how to perform superlatively as well. That's easy to do when you're working with a group of inspired and passionate professionals at a well-run organization. It's much harder when you join a toxic organization. I joined the NDN as its president and CEO 2 weeks after it received the industry's first ever threat of decertification. Talk about overcoming obstacles. Leveraging a lifetime of personal and professional experience, I led that organization from the worst in the nation to the top performing OPO in the world. It was not easy. There were many 2 steps forward, 1 step back moments. I learned a lot about making systemic and sustainable changes from reading the success stories of other leaders. That's why I decided to write Uncomfortable Inclusion. Supercharged career. I spent most of my professional career working at the University of Miami's OPO, one of only 58 OPOs in the United States. Only 6 OPOs in the United States are affiliated with larger organizations such as a hospital system or a university. The Miami OPO, affiliated with the University of Miami, is one of those 6. All OPOs are, by law, 501c3 nonprofit organizations, regardless of whether they are standalone, unaffiliated, or affiliated. My former OPO is part of the University of Miami and Jackson Memorial Hospital. The public hospital partnered with the University of Miami faculty, so I got to work with and learn from a pack of wild and wickedly smart transplant surgeons, nurses, researchers, academics, and great business leaders. There was a lot of crossover activity. Often the transplant surgeons and researchers held faculty appointments at the University of Miami Medical School while working at Jackson Memorial Hospital. It created a rich and synergistic learning environment that taught me invaluable lessons critical to my career progression. At age 37, I was at the height of my professional success at the University of Miami's OPO. I loved where I was and what I was doing. I wanted to be the organization's leader, but I knew it was unlikely I'd have the opportunity to reach the top leadership position soon. That was okay. I was content to wait. Then I was offered the chance to lead an OPO. Of course, it was the worst performing OPO in history and the only one to receive a shutdown threat. However, with only 58 OPOs in the entire United States, the chances of another similar opportunity to lead one soon were slim to none, and I was ready to lead. I leaped at the opportunity, with due reservations about the dismal state of affairs at the NDN and the prospect of leaving Miami, where I had a supportive community of family and friends. Everything about the decision was terrifying. I would be leaving a job that I loved, where I was well respected and successful, to join an organization similar in type but entirely dissimilar in culture and success. The blueprint created from my personal and professional experiences and lessons I learned from others was invaluable in helping turn the NDN from the worst performing OPO in the United States to the best one in the world. I'm excited to share these lessons with you.